What's up, guys? So a few of you guys are asking about this like connection between the center of the body and the back of the body, and like how leg locks and back mount could be two sides of the same coin. Essentially what it comes down to is if I attack the center of his body, it's generally going to be a good idea for him to turn off the center, right? And if I attack the back of his body, it's going to be a good idea for him to turn to face me, right? And there's this gray area in the middle where he's neither giving me the center or the back directly, and you have a bunch of techniques that you create to, like, you know make that happen, either the center line or the back of the body. So for instance, you guys could start with shin to shin. It's really not hard to see. So if I go shin to shin, Chase isn't going to stand here like this. If he stands like this, then I'll just pull him into a leg entanglement. It'll be really easy, right? If he stands here, it's very difficult, and now he can try to pass the shin to shin, right? But if I expose the center of his body, maybe I pull the weight into his lead leg, and then I hook and drag that leg in, right? And now look, we have the center. It's very, very easy for me to pick his leg up and put him into a leg entanglement. Another thing that happens is we're here, maybe he keeps his leg away, right? So I grab his hand, and I bring my hips underneath his knee and his hand, and I get the same center line, and I get ashi. And then another one, he could be hand fighting and keep his leg back, maybe. Maybe he's here, and I'm trying to do this. So I just get the head and bring the head forward. And we get the exact same center exposure, right? And when you guys get that, what happens is it's extremely easy to get under his hips and get to his legs, right? And I'm sure you guys already know that escaping leg entanglements oftentimes has back exposure, right? So if I'm going with Chase and I put him in ashi, like let's stand here in ashi with Chase, here, to escape the ashigarami or even outside ashigarami, he's going to have to spin. If he doesn't, then it's going to be pretty easy for me to just keep shuffling through entanglements until I tap him, right? So maybe he goes this way and starts to escape here. It's not hard for me to get his back, right? All kinds of entanglements, you know what I mean? Maybe we reap, maybe we're here. We're playing this reaped position, and he unhooks and starts to turn out. It's pretty easy for me to start to get back exposure, as you guys can see. Maybe we're like 4'11" here. Maybe I'm here like this, and he's trying to hide his heel to escape. Look, I already have his hip. Okay, and then to escape the back, essentially what ends up happening is he needs to turn to face me again. So he's going to give me attacks on his legs. So if I go here, I'm attacking his back. You know what I mean? He's going to try to escape the back. So he rolls to face me, and he ends up in a leg entanglement again. He tries to get out of the leg entanglement. I'm on his back again, right? So they're hand in hand. Like, as long as you're attacking him with these attacks, he's constantly giving you center line or the back, center line or the back. And you're just shuffling back and forth between that. There are even like ways that you guys can structure your guards and stuff like that to put him in these little problems where he has to give you one or the other if you can get him off balance, right? So from right here, maybe I'm playing this game with Chase, and I get like a 2-on-1, you know? So we go here and I go for an arm drag. Well, Chase obviously knows if I pull him here, I'm gonna expose his back, right? So I expose Chase's back, and his first reaction to this, of course, is to correct that by turning in. We get the center line, we get ashigarami. Maybe he knows that I'm gonna do that, and he's like, oh, he's just gonna try to go to ashi, right? So I go here, and he tries to keep weight on that leg, so I can't go. He gets up, he gets his back taken. It's kind of a dilemma for him, where he's got this issue where I'm either gonna expose his center line and go to ashi, or I'm gonna expose his back. And you guys can kind of structure your games around that little idea. And so like a good leg locker, a guy like Gordon, can play a ton of leg locks, and then as long as he gets really good at the back mount, he knows that when guys run away from his leg locks, he has a good shot at their back. And now he's so good at the back that they're done, you know what I mean? And then vice versa, guys like Marcelo Garcia, he wants to get to the back, but the guys constantly are turning into him, so he puts them into ashi or single leg X, you know? And he's always playing those leg entanglements to set up the back, because guys are always giving him the center of their body because they don't want him to get behind them. And it fails miserably, right? So anyway, that's how like leg locks and back mount are two sides of the same coin. And if you guys train them, connect them like that, then they can really become that in your game. And like that's a drill that you guys can do, where you start here in the turtle, and you're on their back here, and then they try to escape. and then you move to a leg entanglement here, and then they escape the leg entanglement, and you take their back again, and then they could do a different escape, and you go to a different leg entanglement. You know what I mean? Pretty much any which way he tries to escape right there, he's going to give me an entanglement of some sort because he has to turn back and give me the center line. So anyway, yeah, that's how they connect, guys. I know that was kind of long-winded, but it's kind of a crazy, like, big idea, you know? And if you just implement that a little bit, like, really focus on, can you get the center of their body to face you? And if you can, like, watch how quickly they start turning their back to you from all kinds of crazy positions. Thank you, guys.